Serious Pulp has an update to a classic title of theirs that's on our gaming radar and deserves to be on yours. Seventh Continent Classic Edition. This is good for 1 to 4 players, ages 14 and up, and should take anywhere from 5 to 1,000 minutes. It's the early 20th century. You've decided to sail back to the newly discovered Seventh Continent to attempt to lift the terrible curse that has struck you since your return from the previous expedition. In the Seventh Continent, a solo or cooperative choose-your-own-adventure, endless quest-style exploration board game. You choose a character and begin your adventure on your own or with a team of other explorers. Inspired by the fighting fantasy book series, you will discover the extent of this wild new land through a variety of terrain and event cards. In a land fraught with danger and wonders, you have to use every ounce of wit and cunning to survive, crafting tools, weapons, and shelter to ensure your survival. Unlike most board games, it will take you many, many hours of exploring and searching the Seventh Continent until you eventually discover how to remove the curse, or curses, or die trying. The Seventh Continent features an easy saving system, so you can stop playing at any time and resume your adventure later on, just like a video game. The Classic Edition differs from the Collector's Edition of the 7th edition that was available via Serious Pulp's 2 successful Kickstarter campaigns, in that it lacks all of the Kickstarter exclusives. In terms of game content, this means that it has 1 less curse, 2 fewer characters, and does not have the 113 exclusive cards that are contained in the Collector Edition. Additionally, it is missing the component upgrades such as the plastic figures, discard holder, and the magnifying glass. It includes 3 curses you can fight: the Voracious Goddess, an offering to the Guardians, the Bloody Hunt, and contains 2 storage trays, 849 cards, 34 dividers, 9 cardboard figures, and their stands, 8 dice, a 24-page rule booklet, and 1 player aid. All right, that sounds great. Well, except for the part that the collector's edition from Kickstarter is pretty much going to be very hard, if not impossible, to get. So I understand why they made these points. It may be confusing if that is what you were looking for, but you can only find the Classic Edition. So they wanted you to know what the differences are. And I read that extra paragraph because I agreed with them, and I think you need to know what those differences are as well. Now, with that being said, let me tell you why this caught my attention. I grew up loving the Endless Quest books by TSR. I couldn't read enough of them. Choose Your Own Adventure, I enjoy it. I had a few of them, but it's the style. It doesn't matter what the title is, whether it's Endless Quest or Choose Your Own Adventure. It was similar enough. The whole concept of you get to a certain point in the story, and then you, the reader, get to make a decision. You, in a sense, are deciding the end of the story, so therefore you are joining in the whole writing process. Your imagination is literally fueling the story. There are a couple of games on the market that do this and take this concept of the Endless Quest style book or Choose Your Own Adventure. Z-Man Games has a couple of titles, Choose Your Own Adventure, that reported over directly from the books to board game styles. And they're fun. I've enjoyed them. I have videos on them. I've done playthroughs of them. You can see how fun they are and how much fun I had with them. But this is boasting that you literally will be playing this game to quote them, many hours. And that you can pause and stop at any time and then come back to the game. Sounds really good to me. It sounds something very, very engaging. Yet I don't have to necessarily dedicate an entire chunk of 3 or 4 hours for this. I can cut it up, come back, and still have this level of enjoyment. That was a major bonus for getting on my gaming radar. Now, I do enjoy a good solo game. I have ever since the days of the original Dark Tower. So the fact that this game plays solo, and it's also essentially the same exact game with a cooperative team of fellow players at the table. That's great! I love that, because thinking also of what limited replayability that some of these Endless Quest style books and games have, and to amp it up with literally hundreds, almost 1,000, almost 900, cards that are going to be happening. You're not going to see all 900 of these. Let's face it. Even if you play many hours, you're going to have to play again and again, and you can do this again with a team. Maybe you run through it solo. Now you're with a team, different choices are going to be made, so you're going to be experiencing a completely different story. Yeah, I do enjoy these very much, and I want you to know about them so that you can enjoy them as well. And, I guess the entire concept that it's early 20th century, which is still this sort of age of wonder and discovery, this age of adventure to begin with, that adds onto it. It makes it feel a little bit more, not special, but a little bit more focused, I think, on this style of high adventure. So from Serious Pout, go check out Seventh Continent Classic Edition.